If you're considering moving to the Philadelphia area, specifically in the Philadelphia suburbs, and you want to know what the pros and cons are of living here, you've landed on the right video. This video, I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of living in the Philadelphia suburbs as someone who has lived here pretty much my entire life. Hey, my name is Doug Bair, your Philly suburb realtor. If you are looking to buy, sell, invest anywhere in the Philadelphia area from Philly up to Lehigh Valley, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video each week. And if you are looking to buy, sell, invest anywhere in the Philadelphia area up to Lehigh Valley, make sure you reach out to me, call, text, email, however you want to get a hold of me. Let's get into the pros and cons of living in Philadelphia suburbs. Pro number one is going to be location. Let me pull up a map here and show you what I mean and all the things that it's close to living in the Philadelphia suburbs. So if you are looking at the map here, obviously Philadelphia is here. Just for reference, I live somewhere in this general area right in here. So for me, it's about an hour or so drive to Philadelphia. It's about 30 minutes up to Lehigh Valley up here, Allentown, Bethlehem area. And it's also not too far from the Poconos, which is up in this area, which is somewhere we just booked our vacation for this year in the Poconos. So that's going to be this area. You know, Poconos is pretty big. So my favorite spots in the Poconos are going to be, this is Lake Wallenpaupack. There's Paupack. There's Lake Ariel right over here. Down here, another popular area is Pocono Pines, Mount Pocono, Pocono Summit, all things Pocono. So you're pretty close to the city of Philadelphia, not far from the Poconos for vacation. For all of you that love New York City, you are not far at all from here. I am about a 2 or so hour drive to New York City. The other thing that is my wife's favorite is we are not far at all from the beaches. Specifically, we love going to Ocean City, Jersey. There's also Atlantic City. Down this direction, there is Wildwood, a couple other ones. There's also a low-key favorite of mine is Long Beach Island, or LBI. So you're not far at all. It's about a 2 or so, maybe just over 2 hour drive to Ocean City here. And then what's not talked about a lot is how close you are to Lancaster, or depending where you're from, Lancaster and Hershey. So Lancaster is right here. You can go out and visit the Amish and all the things to do out there. And then Hershey, the chocolate capital of PA, is amazing. Hershey Park, and then Hershey Chocolate World, and everything to do out there. We were just out there this past winter and summer, so a lot of fun things to do in those areas. So as far as location, you are close to a lot. Lehigh Valley's right up here, Philly again right down there. Everything else that I had discussed there, you're not far. You're a lot of things to do within a 2 hour drive. Same thing with if you are looking, a lot of you are asking me about King of Prussia, which is right here, Doylestown, and then up somewhere right around here is New Hope. So location's great. A lot of places, a lot of things to do, easy commute to, the big cities out in the East Coast here. So that's definitely a pro on my list, is location. Another pro on this list is the Philly area. The Philly suburb area accommodates just about any lifestyle, whether you're a young professional, younger with family, like I am. I have, my wife and 3 young kids, 5 months, 2.5 years, and almost 5 years old. A lot of things to do for young families out here. Retirees, there's they're starting to build a lot of 55 and older communities that are beautiful, and I'm jealous that I can't live there. But there's a lot of them coming around, and depending on what you're looking for, there's a town or a suburb that fits almost every single lifestyle. Now, another pro that specifically for me, I am a big outdoors person. I love going hiking, fishing, kayaking. I married into a hunting family. I keep telling them I'm going to get my license every year, and I keep forgetting, just get too busy. However, they love giving me venison, so when they get stuff, so that's great. Freezer full of venison right now. Something that I love is the outdoors, with Nockamixon, Lake Nockamixon nearby, the state park right here in Percy, Quakertown area. There's Peace Valley Park, not far away in Doylestown. There's a bunch of other lakes and little ponds and stuff scattered throughout. There's Green Lane. Green Lane is definitely underrated and under-talked about as well. Green Lane's a nice area that has a great, a nice lake there for some fishing and kayaking and stuff there. So if you're an outdoorsy person like myself, plenty of areas and things to do. Great hunting, fishing, all that stuff. Another pro on the list, I mentioned earlier, I have 3 young kids, so schools are a huge part of us loving living here, because the educational system in Pennsylvania in general is very good, specifically out here in the eastern side of the state in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia area. We actually have 3 of the top 5 school districts in the entire state here, with 2 of the top 2 in Radnor School District and Tredeffen Easttown School District. So if you're looking for an area that has great schools, it's harder to find a bad one than a good one in the Philadelphia area. If you're looking for anything specific, like if you have special needs children, or looking for like tech schools, something like that, carpentry, mechanic, all that stuff, reach out and I'll help you find out which one might be the best fit for you and your family. And as far as teaching, actually for the teachers, my wife was a first grade teacher 2 years ago still, and the unions here are very good. It's really good, area to teach in. Very good benefits, decent salaries. So if you're a teacher and looking for an area, it's definitely worth checking out. That's another pro on this list, is the educational system in Pennsylvania, specifically in the Philly area. Another pro on this list is it's going to take a long time for you to run out of things to do. A lot of things, probably no matter where you land, within about 45-minute drive or so, especially if you're in King of Prussia, where it has pretty much everything. I mentioned earlier, a lot of outdoorsy stuff with the lakes and fishing, hunting, hiking areas. There's plenty of things to do, movies, playgrounds scattered throughout everywhere, which is fantastic for young families like myself. We're always trying out new playgrounds and never get bored of them. They just keep on popping up new ones here and there. A lot of things to do. Shopping, tons of shopping. There's the Limerick outlets. There's King of Prussia, the mall, and all the shops there. There's Willow Grove Mall. There's a Montgomery Mall, Montgomeryville area, and all the shops there. So a lot of shopping. If you're a shopaholic, it's a good place. And a lot of fantastic. I'm a foodie, so I'm always looking for the good restaurants. Plenty of good restaurants. A lot of really good. You got all the chains, the big chains, but a lot of local, family-owned businesses that are fantastic. They just opened a cheesesteak area of shop in my town of Percy, so I'm excited to try that out. I think within the next week or so it's going to open up. So they keep on adding things. A lot of family-owned businesses, which I love about it. Mom and pop shops and like hole-in-the-wall places that aren't super well known but have great food. Definitely, a lot of things to do in the area. Depending on what you're looking for, you're most likely going to find it within about a 45-minute drive or so. And, if you can't find it in the suburbs, there's always the city and the Philly Zoo and all that stuff too. So not a far drive at all to Philadelphia. Now, another pro and something else that's important to me and my family specifically there are a lot of great sports leagues, just all ages. So there's intramurals, there's schools, there's travel, there's travel soccer, there's AAU basketball. There's a lot of great leagues, and then obviously there's school with high school and collegiate. There's a lot of great schools, colleges around here with good sports programs, and Philadelphia is the greatest sports city in the world. it's obviously good for Phillies, Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, Union. They don't get a lot of love, but they're usually pretty good. Really awesome area in terms of sports for all ages. Now, aside from all of the great things and the pros that I love about living in the Philly suburbs, there's definitely some things I don't like. So one of the cons of living here is the winters are so inconsistent. Last year we got no snow, and it would just, it would go from, 20 degrees one week, 5 days later it'd be like 65, drop down under 20 the next week. And it just, for someone like me that has seasonal allergies pretty bad, just drives my sinuses insane. So that's something that I don't like about the Philly suburb area. Last year we didn't get a lot of snow. This year we're getting hit. We've already gotten, halfway through February here, we've gotten 3 or 4 pretty decent snowstorms. So inconsistent winters, definitely a con on my list. I do love winter. I wish it would just stay cold for a while and not get, tease us with, oh, spring's coming, and then, go back down to 20. But inconsistent winters, there's definitely a con on my list. If that's something that you can't handle, maybe not the right place for you. So another con on my list, which has been a con on my list for almost 30 years that I've been living here, the potholes in the roads are just terrible. I don't know how they haven't figured it out yet. Pennsylvania consistently ranks terribly on the worst states in terms of road conditions. So I don't know how they haven't figured it out yet, but they just, the potholes here and the road conditions overall are pretty terrible. If you're someone who likes to have cars, maybe aftermarket body kits where you're lowered, this far off the ground, probably shouldn't live here. Probably, I wouldn't feel safe driving on any road without, feeling like I'm going to lose my bumper at any second. So definitely a con on this list. The roads in this area are just awful. And piggybacking off of terrible roads, another con on the list is this area, especially the closer you get to Philadelphia, people have terrible road rage, and just, I think that's growing all over. But specifically here in the Philadelphia area, people are just getting worse and worse at driving. A lot of that has to do with being distracted with phones and people texting while driving and stuff. Don't do that, please. But yeah, road rage is out of control. People are a little bit more confrontational nowadays, actually. Thankfully, I haven't had anything yet. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing it with this video. But road rage is definitely growing in this area. Probably because the roads have just been terrible for so long. People are finally getting fed up and just always mad while driving. So road rage is definitely a con on this list. So I'm curious if you're watching this and you live somewhere in the Philly area, drop a comment. Let me know, how'd I do with the pros and cons? What are some things that I missed? What are some things that people should know about that are looking to relocate here? I'd love to hear from the locals and everybody. If you found value in this video, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it to someone who might have interest in it. Definitely helps my channel a lot more than you think. And again, my name is Doug Bair, the Philly Suburb Realtor. If you're looking to buy, sell, invest, or relocate anywhere from Philly up to Lehigh Valley, make sure you reach out. Contact information is on the screen and below. See you on the next video.